Welcome to my bathroom. In this episode for the Bathrooms Unveiled series, I'm going to cover how you select the toilet and some of the parameters that you want to think about when you are selecting a toilet. We're going to use DX, my virtual assistant, that's going to help me to explain the 15 items that you need to think about when selecting a toilet. And these are from the MAP Institute, which is an organization that tests flushability of a toilet. So they actually have a company that does testing for that. And based on their recommendations, to get the best flush, you pick the highest rating from the flush results. And sometimes you'll find it on the Home Depot website. And if not, you can go to the MAP organization website and download their database with all the different toilets in it, if you're interested in finding out what the latest, greatest flush ability is. And then we'll do some 3D modeling. So we'll take the model of the Kohler toilet, run it through the 3D program, and do some animation on the SketchUp, and then also use the diffusion feature in SketchUp to do some rendering. So we get some artificial intelligence renderings for the toilet and just see how it looks in a bathroom setting. And then we're going to cover the selection, the design parameters, some of the things to think about. I might cover some of the cost of different toilets, and then explain the 15 items that you need to know before you go out and purchase a toilet. So that'll be this episode, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you did, please hit the like button. You got the like button down there. I'd like to get that hit a couple times. And then also, if you didn't like the video, I'll consider subscribing, because you might like the next one better than this one. We're going to move on to the room layout. Okay, so I'm going to show you dimensions for a toilet room. These would be the minimum dimensions required by code. So we're going to give you minimum dimensions and then the recommended dimensions. So we'll go ahead and show you that. So the minimum dimensions are 30 inch by 60 inch. That's 12.5 square feet. Recommended dimensions are 36 inch by 72 inch, which is 18 square feet. Now, on the minimum dimensions, we've got 15 from center line to the wall. And then for the front, we've got 24 inches to whatever front surface, and then also you've got the 12-inch rough-in dimension. And in the recommended dimensions, we could do 18 and 18 from center line, or it could be off or whatever, it won't matter as long as it's more than 15. And then the other two dimensions stay the same.
Before you leave the house to shop for a toilet, get out your tape measure and gather the information you will need. I will show you 14 items that affect your decision. Rough-in measurement. Before shopping for a toilet, measure the rough-in. The rough-in refers to the distance from the center of the mounting bolts to the drywall behind the toilet. It should be between 10 and 14 inches. The most common rough-in size for North American homes is 12 inches. Bowl height. Measure the distance from the floor to the top rim of the bowl, excluding the toilet seat. Traditionally, bowl heights in North America have been around 14 to 15 inches. However, the trend now is to install taller bowls, ranging from 16 to 18 inches. A height of 16.5 inches is considered chair height and is popular in North America. Bowl shape. Choose between a smaller, round front bowl or a longer, elongated front bowl. Round front bowls are ideal for compact bathrooms, while elongated bowls provide more comfort for adult use and better hygiene. One-piece versus two-piece toilets. Decide whether you want a one-piece or two-piece toilet. Two-piece toilets are common and usually less expensive. They have a taller tank. One-piece toilets are easier to clean and have a sleek appearance. Flushing mechanism. Common types in North American homes include gravity-fed, traditional and widely used. Pressure assist, more complex design for water conservation. Vacuum assist, less common but efficient. Flush handle location. Handles can be placed on the right side, right front, left front, or top center of the tank lid. Consider the handle location based on convenience and aesthetics. Insulated tank. If your bathroom is in an unconditioned space, or weather can affect temperature, consider an insulated tank. Color. White, off-white, and biscuit are typical toilet colors in North American homes. Other colors are available but may cost more. Footprint. If replacing an existing toilet, consider the base footprint. Smaller footprint bowls may require patching and repair to the floor. Wall print. If replacing an older toilet with a large tank, consider the wall area behind it. A smaller tank may leave previously hidden areas visible. Clearance. Measure your existing toilet dimensions and consider bathroom space. Depending on the location, building codes for residential non-ADA compliant bathrooms require a minimum of 21 to 24 inches of space in front of the toilet bowl and 15 inch from centerline to either side. Be sure to leave space above the tank lid for maintenance. Water shutoff valve and supply line. Consider upgrading the valve and hose. Stainless steel mesh-covered hoses and well-made angle stops are good choices. Cost. The cost of toilets can vary significantly based on features, design, and brand. Here's a breakdown. Budget-friendly toilets, you can find basic models for less than $100 at hardware stores. These are simple and functional but may lack modern features. Mid-range toilets, the average price range is between $200 and $300. These toilets strike a balance between affordability and quality. Modern and stylish toilets, if you're looking for something modern and aesthetically pleasing, expect to spend closer to $500. These toilets often come with sleek designs and additional features. High-end toilets, elaborate models with advanced features can cost thousands of dollars. Consumer satisfaction ratings. To make an informed decision, consider the following sources. MAP testing, MAP, maximum performance, testing rates toilets based on their flush performance. Look for models with high MAP scores for efficient flushing. Consumer reports, check consumer reports for unbiased reviews and ratings. They evaluate toilets based on performance, water efficiency, and user satisfaction. Online customer reviews, read reviews from other homeowners who have purchased the same toilet model. Their experiences can provide valuable insights. Remember that choosing a toilet is an investment, and considering factors like aesthetics, functionality, and long-term satisfaction is essential. Wait! I have one more thing to consider. Item number 15. If the new toilet is being installed in California, you will need a toilet with a maximum flush rate of 1.28 GPF. Federal guidelines require maximum flush rate of 1.6 GPF. Check with your local authority for additional requirements before buying or installing a new toilet.
I'm going to share with everybody the toilet that I'd pick out for my master bath that I hope to use. I don't know if I'll use this exact one. There's other ones that are a little bit less expensive, made by American Standard and by Toto. It'll do the exact same job. It's a couple $100 cheaper, so we might go that direction. But anyways, for now, I like the Kohler. So this is called a San Sochi. It's a one-piece, 1.28 gallons per flush. So I'll keep that in mind because that's an important number in order to pass an inspection in the state of California. That's the maximum flush rate the toilet can have. So you need to make sure that you're purchasing the right one if you're doing a permit for your bathroom. And then this is a single flush, and it's elongated. So the elongated means that it's just kind of an oval shaped instead of round. And then it's going to be in white. So far I haven't selected any colors. There's some color options. We might go beige or, bone is another one that's on there. Dune, I think, is a color. then they get a little bit darker. So it's possible that we use a little bit different color, liven it up some, but I don't know for sure that we're going to do that. And this one had a rating, 416 people reviewed it. Looks like 4.5 stars. It's a little under $700 from the Home Depot. And so these are some of the highlights. It's one piece, compact design. It's the equivalent of a round bowl in the front. So because it's got a smaller profile for the footprint, what it's sitting at from the tank to the front of the bowl, it's equivalent to a round bowl. It's low profile design, so that's mainly referring to the back. So the back sits kind of low. Has a comfort height, so that's chair height, 16.5 inches. 1.28 gallons per flush. Concealed trapway. This is kind of the reason why I like it, because you don't see all the piping that's going around through the down to the drain. So that seems to be a little bit nicer. I don't really care for the look of the pipe in the porcelain, and sometimes it's dark. It just doesn't look very attractive. So here are the details: the chair height, the color, single flush. I think, pretty much everything's the same. Modern style. Trap is 2 inch in diameter. Of course, this is glazed too, so that's an important feature. A lot of the toilets don't have a glazed trap. Here's a number right here. It's called the MAP performance rating. Now, I showed you my existing toilet's American Standard. It's a Cadet. It has a rating of 600. This one has 1,000. So that's how many grams of waste can be flushed through the toilet based on the testing parameters. Okay, and then this is from the Kohler website. So the bold look of Kohler, you can find these products on there. In addition to being able to get the spec sheets and pictures and give you a little bit more information about the colors that are available, you can also download design files from Kohler. So this has got CAD files, so anything in DWG. For a SketchUp, you got to have a SKP file. So those are all available on the Kohler website. So that's one thing. And then also to note here, this sells for $695, $62, just like at the Home Depot. List price is $927.50. So consider that the list price. This is with a discount, and you can buy it from directly from Kohler if you wanted to. So, and that's pretty much it for the selection of the toilet. So my main things were that it had a high rating for the flush. I liked the look. It's really streamlined, and if you look at the front of it, it's a little bit wider here at the base than other toilets, so that is more appealing to me because you're not actually looking back here and seeing all this piping and stuff. So that was one of the things that I liked the most about it. But anyway, so that's it for why I liked that one. Well, somebody told a funny joke today, and I already forgot what it was, so otherwise I would share it with you. No, actually, this kind of wraps it up for this episode. So, I've covered the different aspects of how you would lay out a toilet room. I showed you the minimum requirements and then the recommended requirement, and showed you what I would pick, for a replacement. And I also did some renderings. I used the SketchUp diffusion application within the SketchUp that will allow you to do renderings. So all I did was just render the toilet by itself, and I asked it to do a bathroom scene with a window in it and a skylight and such, and I would describe how I wanted the floor to look, and I got mixed results. What can I say? It was different. The renderings are different. They take a little bit of effort to try to get everything that you want out of it. So basically, I think probably what I'd have to do is do a complete rendering of the room and then I could do renderings from those renderings with all the equipment in it. Would probably give us a more realistic a look for the bathroom. But I mean, it gave you something to look at. And I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please hit the like buttons. You know, as we always say, the like buttons are down below, and it's kind of important that if you've watched it this far, that you just let us know that you liked it, and if you can, subscribe, and I'll be doing more videos. So this one's part of the series for the bathrooms. We're working on this JNO design, and I kind of just took a time off to go on vacation. And the last episode I did was on actually being on vacation, and I kind of sidetracked into the algorithm and how it punishes you. So I'm gonna ignore that for a while and try to focus back onto the design. So it'll be this episode for the toilets. I won't do another toilet episode right away. I might get back into it. Maybe if we start talking about the piping and stuff, and I might get back into the toilets a little bit. But for now, it's just a selection, how you'd select it, what are some of the requirements as far as code's concerned. We had the flush rate was 1.28 gallons per flush is the maximum that you can use in California. So if you're doing a replacement or whatever, you're going to have to go with that lower flush rate. And then as far as distances, remember that you got 15 inches the center line of the pipe coming up in the ground. So if you're measuring this, consider all the finishes that you're going to be putting on that wall. So if you're at stud, you want to be 12 3/4, or say from the back 12 3/4 to the center line pipe, and then from side to side, if you're really going for the minimum, then you're going to be probably 15 3/4 off of that stud, maybe 16 inches, just to play it safe. And then, because when the time comes, the inspector will be heartless about measuring that. Even if it's only off 1/8 of an inch, you'll have to fix it. So you don't really want to have to do that. And they do make an offset for those, and that might be the reason why, is in case somebody screws up on that measurement, you could offset it a little bit. Pull it away from the wall, and it could get ugly. You don't want to do that either. So let's just do it right the first time. Let's use the right measurements. Let's select the right rough-in measurement. So 12 inches is pretty much common nowadays. As far as the height of the bowl, standard for bowl height is 15 inches. But if you look around when you go to purchase one, you'll notice that most of them are chair height, and that's going to be 16.5 inches. So I would say that's probably more of a standard, because you're going to go based on what's available mostly. And unless you happen to be a shorter side, 5 foot tall, maybe you might like the shorter height, that might be better. Or maybe for children, if this is a toilet for a children's bathroom, then that cadet would work really well. It was smaller, had a low toilet height, and the bowl was round, so those would probably work for children really well. Look at reviews for how satisfied people are with the toilets. And keep in mind, when you're looking at a review, it could be an older one, and they may have changed the technology, but they're still using the same reviews. So you want to look at more recent ones, usually for maybe go to the one stars and see what people are returning them for. So if it's broken, they're going to be broken in the box. That happens all the time. So somebody's frustrated about it being broken, they have to send it back, get another one. Of course, they're going to leave a bad review. That's just going to happen. But if you notice that they're having issues with it flushing or leaks a lot or something, then those are probably the ones you want to stay away from. And a lot of people will put satisfied reviews down and never come back to complain because it's done. So just keep that in mind. So hopefully by our next episode, we'll be covering another design. I think I'm going to bring in the JNO plan, and we'll try and bring that in through Magic Plan first, and then take it up into SketchUp and see what we can do with it from there, and hopefully get some good renderings, because I'd like to use that as my model for how I render a plan. And in time it'll come out, but it's going to take a little bit of work. Anyways, so this is going to be RB signing off. Again, thank you for watching. See you next time.